What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and here we go again. Microsoft, Square Enix, Sony. The war goes on. I am here at Sankaku Complex, right? And it says Microsoft tried acquiring Square Enix to make mobile games. Now, I'm not quite sure why they wanted to buy Square Enix, because Square Enix, if you guys don't know the history, Square Enix has been known to have failed mobile game after failed mobile games. Like, their mobile games suck. Like, I love Square Enix and the Final Fantasy franchise and Kingdom Hearts, but when it comes to mobile games, they absolutely suck at it. So, I don't know exactly what Microsoft is thinking, but let's go ahead and get into it. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell for future notifications. I talk about anime. I talk about video games, mainly RPG. Right? Talk about Japanese culture, geek culture. If you're into any of that stuff, make sure to subscribe. Now on with the show. I am here at Sankaku Complex, so let's go ahead and get into the story. It says internal documents released in Microsoft's recent core hearings have revealed that Microsoft considered acquiring Square Enix to make mobile games for Xbox Game Pass, offering to bolster Xbox presence in Asia. And you know what? Microsoft seems to be doing a lot of things for Game Pass, because right now, in case you didn't know, the Xbox Game Pass has about, I think, it has about 25 million subscribers. Xbox Game Pass, so they make a lot of money from it. It's very, very, very successful. It's the most successful, video game subscription service, right? So a lot of the things that they buy, they bought, Bethesda and all these other companies, is for Xbox Game Pass. They really want to get into the cloud gaming business, and I think they're doing a really good job at it. It says, according to the documents, Microsoft was interested in Square Enix to help with Xbox's historically scanned presence in Asia, and to add more content grow in Xbox Game Pass with Square Enix new releases and extensive back catalog. What did I just say? What did I just say? See that? They're doing it for the Game Pass because that's one of their most successful products of gaming. And of course, there is a scarcity of RPG games on the Xbox, right? And they believe that by acquiring Square Enix, they'll have a bigger access to the Asian market. I'm not quite sure about that, but hey, let's keep reading. Another reason that Microsoft wanted Square Enix was to improve mobile gaming for Xbox. A quote from the document reads, combining Square Enix's robust mobile native portfolio with our own could potentially help us create a mobile native Xbox Game Pass. Really? Again, Square Enix is known for having flop after flop when it comes to mobile games. They don't make good mobile games. They just don't. And here it says Microsoft also added that adding Square Enix ports to classic games sold at a premium would have substantially value for a subscription service. That means all of their old Final Fantasy games, into the Xbox Game Pass. It says, given that Square Enix has a history of failed mobile games that usually shut down in less than a year, Microsoft would have likely had the company work on console games for mobile rather than gacha games. And Square Enix has been leaning more towards gacha games. If you guys haven't noticed, they had a Chocobo gacha last year. The Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, the Final Fantasy shooting game, it closed down. They had to close it down. I mean, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. What were you expecting? Okay, and so let's look at their catalog. I mean, mostly Final Fantasy games, Dragon Quest game, Chaos Ring. I don't know which one of these are exactly gacha. I've seen them all on the Google Play Store. Chaos Ring, Final Fantasy 4. They got Final Fantasy 9 for mobile. They have all that stuff. Right, they have all that stuff. And and I don't know what Square Enix, not Square Enix, Microsoft is thinking. Like, this really isn't the best company for mobile games. They could just say, we're targeting like console gaming or just the Asian market in general, but mobile games specifically, I don't know. That's it. Square Enix is just not a good choice for that. And also remember, that Sony was actually a potential buyer. There's been talk about Sony buying out Square Enix here at PlayStationLive.net. You know, and it says likely of a Sony Square Enix acquisition. So if Square Enix is going to like sell themselves to anybody, it would be Sony. I don't want that to happen. But honestly speaking, I would prefer if Sony buys out Square Enix, despite of the disaster that it could create. Because at least the PlayStation has more, what's the word I'm looking for? The PlayStation has more of a, it's much broad. You know, the PlayStation is much more popular. You know, the PlayStation is, you know, has sold more consoles than the Xbox. The Xbox has always stayed behind. You know, the Xbox was never like a best-selling console. It's always been an American brand, but it was never like the most popular. You know, and PlayStation has a lot of diversity in their video games. They're well known for, PlayStation is well known for action and Japanese RPG games, right? RPG games of all kinds, actually. And Xbox has always been about shooting games. You know, Halos, the Call of Duties, the other type of shooting games. That's why I've never been into Xbox. I know I have friends that love Xbox, but I'm just, you know, sorry guys. I'm a PlayStation boy. I've always been. But what do you think about Microsoft buying out Square Enix? I mean, seriously, I don't like the thought of it. You know, because the thing is, Microsoft is a Western company, and like we talked a lot in this channel, a lot of Western companies have been trying to dig their hands in Japan, and I don't want them to own any Japanese companies. But hey. Whatever your thoughts are, comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy, The Matrix. Godspeed.